Professor Quillnex had taught advanced quantum mechanics at the Galactic Institute for 73 years. In all that time, the human exchange student in the back row had never raised her hand, never asked a question, never volunteered an answer. Maya Patel just sat there, taking notes, her expression unreadable. Today, Quillnex was presenting the Vaxian paradox, a theoretical problem that had stumped physicists for 2 centuries. It involved faster-than-light communication, causality loops, and math that made most students' brains hurt. As you can see, Quillnex gestured at the holographic equations floating in the air. Every solution we've attempted creates a cascade failure. The energy requirements become infinite, the timeline fractures, or he manipulated the display. The entire system collapses into a singularity. He'd been working on this problem for 15 years. It was his obsession, his white whale. Dozens of the galaxy's brightest minds had tried and failed. This, he said heavily, is why FTL communication remains theoretical. The universe itself seems to forbid it. From the back of the lecture hall, a quiet voice spoke for the first time all semester. You're using the wrong framework. Every head turned. Maya Patel was standing, her datapad in hand, looking almost apologetic for speaking. Quillnex blinked. I'm sorry, Miss Patel. The Vaxian paradox. You're approaching it from quantum mechanics, but it's actually a topology problem. She hesitated. May I? Stunned, Quillnex gestured her forward. Maya walked to the front, and her fingers moved across the holographic interface with surprising confidence. She cleared his equations and started fresh. You're assuming communication needs to travel through space-time. But what if it doesn't? She sketched out new variables. Human mathematician named Euler proved that in certain dimensional folds, distance becomes irrelevant. If we apply Euler's topology to quantum entanglement and account for, her hands moved faster, equations blooming across the display. The other students leaned forward, trying to follow. Even Quillnex found himself captivated. Then the energy requirement isn't infinite. It's actually quite small. You just need to create a stable bridge between 2 entangled points by folding the topology instead of crossing the distance. She stepped back. The solution hung in the air, elegant and simple. The lecture hall was silent. Quillnex stared at the equations, his mind racing through the implications. He checked the math once, twice, 3 times. This works. Yeah. Maya shrugged slightly. I figured it out about 6 weeks ago, but I wasn't sure if it was appropriate to say anything. You all seemed really invested in the quantum approach. 6 weeks? A Theron student's telepathic voice cracked with disbelief. You've known the solution for 6 weeks? And said nothing? I mean, I'm just an undergrad. Everyone here has way more experience. Maya looked genuinely uncertain. I thought maybe I was missing something obvious. Quillnex sat down heavily in the nearest chair. Miss Patel, you just solved a 200-year-old problem. Why haven't you spoken up before? Maya fidgeted with her datapad. On Earth, we have this saying, better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. I'm surrounded by the galaxy's best minds. I didn't want to look stupid by stating something obvious. Obvious? Quillnex's voice rose. This is revolutionary. This will change everything we know about faster-than-light communication. Oh, Maya processed this. So, I wasn't missing something. You weren't missing anything. We were. Quillnex looked at her with new understanding. How many other problems have you solved in silence? Maya pulled up her datapad, scrolling through pages of notes. A few? I figured they were probably wrong since they weren't what you taught. She showed him the datapad. Problem after problem, solved with elegant efficiency, often using approaches that had never occurred to him. 2 years of silent genius, documented in careful handwriting. Miss Patel, Quillnex said slowly, you're not an undergrad. You're the most brilliant physicist I've encountered in 7 decades. He looked at the class, and she's been hiding in the back row, afraid of looking stupid. A Kralian student spoke up. On your world, is it common to conceal intelligence? Not conceal. Just be humble, I guess. Maya shrugged. We're taught not to show off, to listen more than we speak. That wisdom comes from considering all perspectives, not just assuming you're right. Quillnecks understood then. Humans didn't broadcast their intelligence. They observed, analyzed, waited. They solved problems in silence and only spoke when absolutely necessary.